actually. Oh, yeah, just when you were with your dads? Oh, you started?
I started it, so it's good getting that little background.
I just touched
see how much you two love each other.
I started it, so. Bit more right now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be back. It's been a while. Must be about 4 or 5 weeks, probably a bit longer since we last did one. Summer holidays and everything got in the way. So, obviously, it's the CrossFit Tailored Training Podcast. It's good to be back. I'm Mark Telford. Got John Lee Lyden and Nick Williamson. So, what's been up?
Been on holiday. Been gallivanting.
Where you been?
You've been everywhere.
From the UK.
Been anywhere good? Done anything good?
Took the kids to Derwent Hill for a week, so a week of activities and set parks. It was good, just a good experience, making memories, as active as possible.
Yeah.
That's what I preach to.
Oh yeah, definitely seen a good video. You're doing a bit of, was it wakeboarding and whatever?
Should we talk about that? I'm happy to talk about wakeboarding.
I look like a 1980s cop film, sort of Magnum PI. like, do you know what I mean? One of them like montage videos at the start of an intro of like a 1980s film.
Like I thought you still had the rope.
No, well, I didn't share that video was let go with
I kept that one well hidden. I definitely let go of the rope, right, but I'm for sure it's the video.
Do you know what it is? It's so much fun, just like getting the technique of pushing down, then when you get going, it is like it's something I never really heard of. And obviously, never had to go with it. I definitely recommend it if you get the chance. But yeah, I'd be hair down and everything, flicking it back. Thought some sort of surf.
Dude.
Meanwhile, talking to surf dudes, you went down Cornwall. Done some bodyboarding.
Done a bit of bodyboarding. Not much surfing. Wasn't doing much bodyboarding. The waves weren't. They were dumping waves. They were. So swam with the sail though. That helps. Or Cornwall pub, as they call them down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was just
You're faster than the
routes. No, it was like friendly seal. It was a bit of a shock at first. So I was the only one out there first. So yeah, a bit of a shock. But no, it was a really good week. Bit of a long journey back, but it was worth the trip down with Kat and John Rowell. So it was a good week. John Rowell doing his impressions. It was good. So you can ask him about his impressions when you see him next.
Was he singing?
He must have been singing. He loves a bit of singing.
He didn't have the karaoke, but he was singing at times. Yeah.
Was he Ronaldo again? Or?
Ronaldo. Oh God. It's bad.
So, in terms of yourself personally, what's new? Anything coming up?
We've got a couple of comps coming up, like hosting or doing them ourselves. So yeah, looking forward to it. I've sort of missed competing. This year the competitions that I would normally do just clashed with the runs or holidays or different things. So we've got a team in for the Castle Games, send them in, and then a couple we've got quite a few teams that are signed up for the Northern Championships as well. So yeah, qualifiers and comps in November. Yeah.
What about yourself, John Lee? Anything in particular lined up for you personally over the next few weeks, months?
Pretty much the same as me. I haven't competed since District L, and before then I think it was probably sending in last year, so it's good to sign up for the competition. It's good to train but have a reason to train as well, so it's a bit of a goal, so I'm just looking forward to do a couple of qualifiers for it and see where it takes me. Me and Antha back for the...
You're in the veteran position?
That's still the Masters coming on. So me and Antha made a team in the 40 category, and we look younger than that, but Whiskey's back.
Class.
Whiskey's back.
So obviously this weekend, biggest event of the year in the gym, F.A.S.T weekender. How did that go?
Yeah, it went well. We had 19 teams involved, and everyone started together. Because we just got extra bits of kit now, so we could get everyone started all in one go, which is good. And it ran really well. Everyone just stuck to the plan. There was no serious injuries apart from cramp. So it's always important to stay hydrated, guys, and maybe some salts in every now and again. A few look like they've been took down by a sniper, but yeah, just cramps. So no, it went well, and everyone went for a few socials after. Or most people went for a few socials and bite to eat, and then call it a day. Some stopped out a little bit late at the morning, but they got there.
What about yourself, John Lee? Thoughts on the F.A.S.T weekend of this year?
The atmosphere was brilliant. I always look forward to the F.A.S.T weekend, purely because it's an event that everyone can do.
John's Day. He doesn't like to talk about it, let's not talk about it.
Oh yeah,
Get the violin, get some slow music on.
We're still having, no, we've not got to that episode yet. One day we'll get to that episode.
I just fight diseases, is what I do. But yeah, the atmosphere was great. Like, we look forward to it because everybody can do it. Apart from John Ramsey when he jumped up, which was quite funny. Someone comes screaming, "John's collapsed!" So I'm running outside thinking he genuinely had collapsed. I was ready to act fast, by the way. When he had a cramp in his leg. Yeah, so he had a cramp in his leg, so obviously I gave him a little bit of stick for that. But it was good. It was an all-round good day, great atmosphere, everybody supporting each other. Obviously we'll build a bit of funds for that, which we'll release what we got from that in the next few weeks, because there's still money coming in. But really good day. Look forward to the next one. Hopefully we'll make it bigger next year. We're planning on making it a little bit bigger if we can.
Got some exciting ideas for next year, so come the new year, we'll start and look at what we've got for that. But hopefully be bigger, involve more of the community and the wider association, and grow on what you've built so far. Really successful weekend, Johnny. So well done for bringing it to
well done for having a stroke. Cheers, mate. Cool.
You're not meant to tell anyone yet.
Oh, that's a secret.
You didn't. So we've just finished the latest 6-week block. Focus was the overhead squat, the transition and technique over the top on a bar muscle up. So bringing people who've never got anywhere near one to that transition, and I can't remember what the other part of it was. What was the other part?
Squat clean.
Squat clean. Yeah. Squat clean and push jerk. So been a really good block. Any personal highlights from yourself, either of yous?
I'm thinking the overhead squat was very successful, as in more people now more than ever, to be fair, have understood the position. We had people's heels on plates or ramps to get them going, and then as it's developed through the 6 weeks, them guys have come down, and then we've had the guys who could overhead squat, strength and PBs, etc. have started to go up, so the weights started to go up, so it went to plan. So that's my highlight of that. There's a few members have stood out in that. Mark, you were mentioning before the camera's up. Who did you mention again?
Andy Husband and Beth Holmes. Beth went from kind of the first session of the block to having her heels up on the ramp, chest coming really far forward, really sort of awkward position, with that like upper body mobility, but without the lower body mobility, nothing through the ankles. And then she's obviously gone away and done her own homework. And then obviously the last session, she was PB in, no heel lift, much better lower body position, much better lines, much better angles, and obviously as a result of all of that, lifting a hell of a lot heavier. Not because she was lifting heavier, because she always had the strength. It was just developing that balance and mobility.
Holly was the same, similar story. She started off with the 5 kilo plates, worked her way down to 2.5 to the 1 kilo now. She didn't use any and hit a PB with a weight by quite a bit by the end of it. So it's good to see that as well.
And then Andy Husband, just the really impressive in kind of the second last week. Really good lifting position, really strong, and sort of said, "Oh, I'm feeling quite good today. What do you think I should do?" And I said, "If you feel good, go for it. What have you hit before?" And he says, "I've hit this." I said, "Mate, I've just watched you hit 2 reps of that easy." And PB, it wasn't like 5 kilos, but easily, you know, a lot left in the tank, really strong position. It's great when you see over that 6 weeks how much someone can progress.
He's just hit a PB today on his squat clean as well, so
it's been a great block for him. What about yourself, mate?
Steve Lowry, I'm sure he hit 100. I've seen it on like his post, and even Moz hit 100, which is
for 2, I think. Moz hit 100 for 2, right?
And that's
mean, Steve Lowe, he's squatting for him is just like,
It's
like
getting
kicking
over
breathing.
isn't it? It's like,
It's ridiculous how much you can squat.
Moz looked strong, Moz looked like he probably had a bit more in him, to be honest. He didn't like flick around with it.
That's good that from Oz because he's had a bit of a niggle in his knee, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's getting a bit physio.
Really good.
But yeah, I always enjoy the gymnastic side of it as well, so that was good to just see people transition into getting over and getting the first bar muscle ups or just even understanding it. I put it in with a CrossFit Life a couple of weeks ago as well, just it was an option so they could do ring rows or they could start just jumping over the low bar. And a few of them jumped on it and I was quite surprised in how well they took to it in a way.
Fit bunch
It was class. I like, sorry to jump in, it was like, obviously just joining in, helping out doing a bit of coaching. I've had the pleasure of doing the life class like twice, and both times what we've done in the life class has kind of mirrored what's gone on in the normal session. And then, so when I seen you've done the muscle ups with the life guys, and you know, we talked about it in episode 1, what are we ultimately here for? It's about being able to live life for longer. So, you know, when they're, you know, hanging out on street corners and intimidating the youth, and they need to run and get over the fences, we know they've got that in the locker, do you know what I mean? And like, that was just great to see for me. I just was like,
I didn't know where you were going to go with that.
I was just thinking on the green.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's what it's really all about. And so seeing that was great. And then obviously I took it on Tuesday because we had the bank holiday. And there were some guys in there who I hadn't met before, I hadn't worked with. And Mick had said, right, we're going to do some squats down to focus on getting depth. And you know, seeing how low they could all get, and I had them doing some different drills of sitting, like kind of sitting almost in like caveman position. And so for me, just seeing all that, that's like gets you excited. Like that's what we're here for, and the fact that you guys can cater for those people who are doing 100 kilo overhead, and those people who, you know, are coming back from serious illness and stuff like that, and injury and knee replacements and hip replacements. I think that's just a testament to you guys on the community you've developed. So that's been really good.
Yeah.
So what we got coming up next 6-week block then, gents?
So the next 6-week blocks, the Olympic lifting side is going to go into power snatch, which actually links in with the overhead squat. So the aim for the next 6 weeks is going to be working on a snatch, grip, deadlift, then into a complex for a power snatch, and that's purely just to build that confidence of where the bar's hitting, where to catch it. And then 6 weeks after that, we're going to go into squat snatch, which links in with the overhead squats we've just been doing.
Perfect.
We're then going to go into back squats, so we're going to go into the heavier squat again, but we're going to throw a pause in. So there'll be, for a couple of weeks, it'll be sets of 8 with a pause at the bottom. On the first week longer, second week a little shorter, but it'll be heavier.
That sounds rank.
Yeah, the reps come down.
Maybe, should we cut this bit out as people start coming? That sounds disgusting.
So it's just to get that good position again by the overhead squat.
Yeah.
So we're not just constantly going heavy, because a lot of people tend to think, I'm just going to go heavier every week, and at some point you've got to come down and wait and have a bit of a breather. So it's about trusting that process of it all, because when we come to do heavy back squats, you'll be able to nail it because the position's there. We're going to go split jerk. So for the overhead, we'll be split jerk. We're looking at like sets of 3 initially, and it's more to link up because we had strict press like 3 months ago.
3 or 4 blocks ago, wasn't it?
So it's progressing from there to all the different overhead work. Now we're going to go split jerk, so it's a bit more of a lift and movement. But again, we've got new people coming in who haven't really done the split jerk. So them guys are going to learn that, and the guys who've been coming longer, let's see what you can lift. We're going to go back to pull-ups for the gymnastic element, and that doesn't mean just strict. It could be if you haven't got your strict pull-up, we recommend you do that first anyway, so that's build that up over the next 6 weeks. Or the guys who have got that, you can start looking at like kitten pull-ups or maybe butterfly pull-ups as well, and try and develop that movement, so it's a new skill for you. The guys who already can do them, it's about hitting percentages and numbers of that to try and improve your endurance of that movement as well. So it's the 4 movements over the next 6 weeks are going to be there.
Perfect. Any thoughts from you, Michael? Next 4 weeks, anything you want to say? Anything you'll be looking out for?
I just think it's always the same with the block. It's like people understand it, and then you'll get PBs from that, and we always find the numbers that are higher at the start of the block just to get repetition, and then the PBs will come. So it's trying to just cool your jets on the weights a little bit, understand the movement, move around that bar as best you can, and then the weight will come. I think people sometimes try and think that every week there should be PBing, but once you've been coming in a while, you find it's sort of, you've got to really just rehome the movements a little bit to get them PBs.
Yeah, don't forget we've got a fitness option as well when we are doing the heavier stuff. So if you've got a niggle or you're feeling tired, like today, because not every day you're going to feel fresh, there's always a fitness option. So you're still going to get that movement in, but you're not going heavy. It's just moderately heavy, and then you'll do a bit of conditioning stuff to really support that movement as well. So if you're coming in with a niggle, we can always cater for it.
Yeah, I mean, I can certainly testify to that. Like, I've had some bit issue in my knee through the last few months, and everything's always been tailored, and maybe push this bit, take a bit off there, that sort of thing, balance it up, do a few extra drills that I can do on the side, and stretching and all that additional advice has always been there. And I know that you don't just do that for myself, you do that for everyone, and I think that then is something that is a real point of being a member here. That tailored bit is there through and through.
It's a bit that people don't really see, or they're worried about. And I was speaking to another member yesterday, and she's had a bit of problem with her foot and stuff just after the Great North, and she's like, oh, I didn't want to come in and bother you about changing things around, and I seen it was like it might have been something that was going to affect it, like shuttle runs or something like that. So just knowing that we can just easily adjust it, and you're still joining in, and still keep moving forward with different movements. So yeah, always let us know if you're struggling to get in. We'll sort something out for you.
It keeps you involved in the community as well. Like, there's nothing worse than doing rehab on your own. It's just boring. You feel deflated. But when you're in amongst a group, if people you can still do your rehab, but you're around people and allowed to carry on still, which can make it a little bit easier. Just from background of me, when I played football, if I've had a niggle, you just feel to see everyone train, and then you've got to go and stretch or use the bars or whatever. It is soul destroying, but if you're involved with anyone, it just keeps your foot in the door.
Oh, so it makes a massive difference. Well, like yesterday, the workout was doing the bar muscle-up skills, which is something I've been working really hard on, but I absolutely destroyed my hands stupidly on Friday, and I barely gripped the bar. So I still booked in a class, and the WOD had handstand push-ups in, so I said, right, well, while everyone's doing their pull-ups, I'll do exactly the same format, but I'll build the progressions into a handstand push-up. I know it's not the same skill, but just the fact that I had someone holding me accountable to the timings, and someone holding me accountable to be there, and something to book into, and I just kept myself out of the way of what you had going on. But between the sets, between the rest, I was having a bit crack and everything like that, which makes it so much easier.
You still did the WOD as well.
And then at the end, I was still able to do the WOD. I just scaled it so that it was I wasn't doing any kicking, just so I wasn't moving those hands, and the fact that I know you guys would do that, and you guys don't mind, and that's really important. There's no reason why you can't train. Yeah, okay, you might not do exactly what's in the program, but you can always do something, and you guys will always help with those ideas, and it is never any bother. So if you are thinking, maybe you've come off the Great North Run or whatever it might be, and you're a little bit unsure, just get yourself booked in and come and do what you can. And speaking of community, to wrap it up, we will be announcing the date of the Christmas party in the not too distant future, won't we?
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly what it is yet, but it is coming, so get excited. Santa's on his way.
I'll quickly mention as well, next year in March, we're looking at making a link with Derwent Hill, where we'll take a bunch of you there to do an activity weekend. So more details of that will come on dates, price, what to expect. Obviously we can't take everybody, but we'll try to take a big chunk of people, just more to make memories. It's all physical activities. It's not an event, it's just more of a get together. We're not constantly getting together having a drink.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. That's what it's about. And But that's exciting. I think people look forward to that. I think, you know, most people that live around here have been at Derwent Hill when they were little, haven't they? So it's like, say, you'd be brilliant. Oh, I remember doing that when I was like, you know, 15, 16 at school or whatever. And like, you know, we always say it's like adult PE and CrossFit, so it's just bringing that all back in.
How can you make Derwent Hill competitive?
Yeah, to be fair, something like that. You could jump the highest from like, I don't know, like gorge walking.
Yeah, gorge walking. Yeah.
So you can get down the bottom the quickest.
Maybe not.
It'll be safe, alright. It'll be coached. It'll be safe. But more details of that will come.
Brilliant. Anything else from either of you? I think that's pretty good.
That's it, job done, mate.
Yeah. Living the dream, right? Hopefully not be as big a gap between the next one. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
See you later.
Oh, get that in.
Yeah.